This is Andrew Stotz of Stotz Investment Research. Today I'm going to look at the first half 2017 returns by market. You'll see every market in Asia on this chart, including China A shares. And you'll see the yellow bar is the local currency. So from a local investor's perspective, if they're living in this market, that's the return that they get. But if you're outside of that market, and let's just use the US as our base currency, and say you're a US investor and you've invested in Asia, what you can see is that in Korea, in addition to getting a 22% return in the market, you got another 6% return that came from the appreciation in the Korean won. Now, we have the opposite effect in the Philippines, where we can see that the Philippines market was up 15%, but the Philippines market, when we consider the US dollar return, was only up 13%. So 2% was lost from the currency. What we can see from this also is that Taiwan and India beat Hong Kong due to the currency impact. Of course, we have the Hong Kong market is tightly linked to the US dollar, so it's not often that there's a big difference there. And the return in Thailand was the poorest in local currency. We can see only a 4% return, but it was more than double that when you consider the appreciation over that period of the currency relative to the US dollar. So overall, it was a relatively good first half in Asia with an average return, local market return, you could say, of about 12%. I didn't put the average on this one. And in a US dollar return basis, it was about maybe 15%. Obviously, what we're seeing is US currencies are strengthening a bit relative to the US. I think it's interesting to watch because the US right now I would consider pretty expensive and precariously positioned right now. When the market is expensive, if anything goes wrong, the US could be hurting. Now, of course, if the US comes down, Asia is going to get hit. But my point is that Asia is far less expensive, and therefore I would go back into Asia if someone anticipated the US was going to collapse from here. Otherwise, I think the Asia investment right now is reasonably good. Have a great day.